1 teaspoon of Vegapunk greatness, check. 2 tablespoons of the world government's deepest, darkest secrets, check. 4 cups of You Can Kiss My Technologically Modified Wrinkly Balls, check. At the end of chapter 1109, we find out that Vegapunk is in the lab prepping up truth serum that would put your grandma's cookies that are fresh from the oven to shame. You see, Vegapunk is a man that has been marked by death and has been mortally wounded, and that in itself is epic. I consider Vegapunk a great man, and if there's anything we have learned from people like Roger and Whitebeard, is that all great men have impactful deaths. Their last words are basically promos that segue us into important parts of the story. Roger's last words basically lit a flame that started a new pirate era. If not for him, plenty of pirates would have not sailed out. Whitebeard's last words was important for prepping the viewer for the new world and reigniting the flame Roger started. It was also a giant middle finger to the world government. Common opinion in the community is he will say the name of the ancient kingdom. Yes, that kingdom that uncovered emo sex tapes from the void century. Shh. But all jokes aside, due to the nature of how Professor Clover got smoked before he could say his last words to the elders, it strengthens the idea that Vegapunk will say it. Also, the fact that we saw Vegapunk and Dragon talking in O'Hara about what the world government did to the island. And we saw the giants preserving the research of the people of O'Hara, which I am sure Vegapunk learned. We also cannot ignore a major theme in One Piece, and that theme is inherited will not be stopped. I think it's safe to say that Vegapunk inherited the will of the people of O'Hara, and he will continue what Clover started. But wait. How you can just diss Nico Robin like that? Isn't her dream to learn the history of the Void Century? Yes, it is. But Nico Robin has had a bounty from she was 9. She's a pirate in a Yonko crew, and she doesn't have the credibility in the One Piece world to reveal the name of the ancient kingdom. Hell, even Vegapunk in all his accomplishments and his flawless public image will have a hard time convincing the people of the ancient kingdom. That's why I believe the idea of even him doing it is kind of flawed. Close your eyes for a minute and imagine you are hearing the news of Vegapunk revealing the name of the ancient kingdom. You wouldn't give a damn. I'm telling you, you wouldn't care. Why would you care about something that happened 800 years ago? People are naturally wired to care about stuff that's affecting them now. That's why I believe Vegapunk has one important thing to do before he drops the name of the ancient kingdom. Vegapunk has to apologize. If there's one thing we know about the world government, is that they absolutely hate any type of accountability. That's why Fujitora kneeling to the people and apologizing in Dressrosa is extremely special, because admirals are a symbol of strength, and him lowering himself to match the height of the people made sanctioning Doflamingo a little bit more forgivable. Vegapunk has to do the same thing. You see, Vegapunk in all his brilliance scientifically is a flawed man. His greatest flaw is his lack of street smarts. He has great intentions, but sometimes his love for science hijacks his critical thinking. The perfect example of this is Vegapunk wanting to create free energy for the One Piece world. This leads him to building the Mother Flame. In his mind, he is so obsessed with perfecting this machine to give to the people, he's blinded by the fact that his invention can be used by the world government as a weapon. Vegapunk has blood on his hands, and he knows it, and you know it too. That's why he has to apologize to the people and let them know how the world government used his invention to wipe out the revolting kingdom of Lelouch. And the even sadder part of the Mother Flame being used against the people is the fact that Vegapunk used taxpayer dollars to build it. So Lelouch essentially funded their own destruction. Vegapunk needs to say this, and he needs to be loud and bold with it. The second thing Vegapunk has to do in his last speech is to clear the name of Bartholomew Kuma, or at least that is my selfish desire as a Kuma fan. From the time of his debut, he has been labeled as a tyrant in the One Piece world, and besides the birth of Bonnie, he has not had many bright spots in his life. Vegapunk obviously feels guilty for what happened to Kuma, or he would not have given Bonnie the control of the pacifistas. That's why I think it's important that Vegapunk changes the narrative of Kuma throughout the world, so in depth that he is not only forgotten, but remembered as the kind and gentle person he was. Vegapunk needs to use Kuma to highlight the world government discrimination of races all around the world. Building on the discrimination and the slavery aspect of the world government, Vegapunk can use this moment to name drop Nika and solidify him as more than a bedtime story that people tell to their kids. He can tell the people of the world that Nika, Luffy, is currently fighting the five elders to protect him, and he can have the cameras in Egghead show the world the Gorosei in their demon forms and the true form of Nika. This can also change perception of Luffy and the propaganda they have spread on him. Lastly, I would like Vegapunk to let the people know about the people of O'Hara's research on the ancient kingdom and how this kingdom was 800 years ahead of today in terms of technology. How the world government you see today destroyed that kingdom and sent us back to the Stone Ages. This kingdom was known as the Kingdom of Dawn, and the people were known as the people of D. He has to let them know how the people of O'Hara was destroyed for researching the Dawn Kingdom, and how he will no longer allow the suppression of information. How he wished he had more time in the world to complete his dream of building his version of the internet, where information is no longer monopolized or controlled by the world government. The aftermath of Vegapunk's words will destabilize the world government financially. Building on the reverie, more kingdoms will begin to revolt, and as a part of their rebellion, they will stop paying the celestial taxes. The celestial dragon's endless source of funds will start to be limited, and this will force their hands. No longer will the world government care about their public image after Vegapunk's words. They will become more radical and start to exterminate the insect kingdoms that revolted by force. This is where we will get introduced to the Holy Knight's dragon told us about. Another aspect of Vegapunk's last words will be the growth of Nika as a religious figure in the One Piece world. Keep in mind that people prayed to this figure before Luffy, so seeing or hearing any tangible proof of this mythical figure will not only strengthen their belief in him, but make more people join the Nika bandwagon. It's been real, y'all. If you feeling the video, please like and subscribe.